So last month for our spiritual practice, we went trekking through the snow. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little trekking through our minds. So we're just going to do a short guided meditation today on this topic of good news. So I'm going to invite you to get still wherever you are. And take a deep breath and exhale. Now gently close your eyes if you're willing to, or just let them fuzz up around the corners. Don't want to be staring at something very specific. We just want to retreat to our inner state for a moment or two. For some of us, that can be very challenging, very difficult. We think that to meditate, we need to stop all of the thoughts in our head. But it's actually impossible to do that. We have 60 to 70,000 thoughts that go through our head every day, through our mind. Our goal here for the next few minutes is just to slow them down. Inhale again. And exhale. Press your feet again gently into the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you can, bring to mind an animal. Notice who popped in when I said that. Was it the dog next to you? Or was it an unnamed animal somewhere far off who might live in a group? Notice who this animal is. And ask yourself this question. What might good news for them be? Notice your inner monologue if it starts. What might good news for this animal be? Now, there's a problem that comes up when we ask that question, isn't there? We can't have them answer to us in English for themselves in the way that we might like them to. We have to understand the specificity of this being. They might be typical or not typical for their species, that their context might be different. There's a whole host of information we might need to know what is good news for that animal. We can make some guesses. Compassion might be good news for this animal. Freedom to move around. The ability to have choices in their daily life. The ability to be nourished by good food and thirst quenched with good water. The ability to have a social life if they choose, with others who they choose. Might that be good news for that animal? See if you can picture that. Some of us humans can picture in our minds, others of us can't. We have a broad range of neurodiversity, just like animals do. Now sink into your heart. See if you can feel it beating. Notice the air in your lungs and the life force that runs through you. Try to send that out to whichever animal you would like to have good news. Now take another breath. Press your feet into the floor. One more breath. Press your feet into the floor. And gently breathe your eyes open. The reason that we do meditation around here and spiritual practices is to try to teach ourselves self-regulation. So that if we get in a place where we hear bad news or we see bad news, or we're part of solving bad news, we are able to be resilient and strong and capable in those moments because we can regulate our internal state. I invite you for the next 9 days to try at some point during the day to just take a breath, press your feet in the floor, and imagine what good news for any animal near you might look like.